Yeah, Yayo, I remember I talked about this with Yayo in our last interview because Fat Joe did an interview on Club Shay Shay, and he said that he would joke around where he would say that he would trade his right-hand man, Rich, for Tony Yayo because of the loyalty.
Loyal.
He said he would love to have someone as loyal
Yeah,
as Tony Yayo.
but wait, nah, but Rich is loyal too, though.
I understand that. I think he was joking at the time.
Yeah. He was
joking.
Probably was just saying, Yayo's one of those.
Is one of those.
Yeah, Rich is loyal too.
It was a joke, but he was saying, but the level of loyalty that Tony shows, I think you just don't see it very often in this world. And listen, me and Tony have developed a friendship and a business relationship, and I've seen it for myself. Tony will pull me aside and say, hey, man, listen, I just want you to know that I was around so-and-so and they were talking shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So you should know that. You should, know that these guys aren't your friends. You know what I'm saying?
If he tells you that, it's real.
It's real. Exactly. And he said, look, I don't care where me and 50 are in terms of our relationship. I would never take a picture with one of his enemies, kind of like Lloyd Banks did. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Wait,
picture
hold
with
on,
Game.
bro.
Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase
I was
that.
there for that.
Let me rephrase it. I didn't want it to come out that way. Hold on. Let me start over.
But see, here goes the thing, right?
One of his former enemies.
Yeah, but see, I gotta call you on that.
Okay.
Right? You would have took that picture.
I don't think so.
Nah, he'd have took the picture.
I don't think so.
I know he would have took the picture. Because the whole setup, right? Frenchie had him hosting the club. We're in Dubai.
Yeah.
For one, right? We come in, it's about 30, 40 of us. We're ending our tour. We done been out 45 days, 2 months. So when we come into the club, right? Game's whole thing is, do I post up here 30, 40 deep? Or do I simply go walk up on him and be a man, right? And let him know, yo, what's up, homie? I'm not tripping. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So wasn't no punking, wasn't none of that.
But that's not the point. The point he was making was he's not claiming that Lloyd Banks got punked into the picture. He never said that, but he understands that 50 and Game are not in a good place. And there's a lot of bad history.
So he's saying when Game would have walked up on him, he'd have told him, get away from him?
I don't know if he would have said that, but he wouldn't have agreed to take the picture.
So when Game walked up on him, we said, what's up, man? Good to see you. Boom, boom, been a long time. Boom, 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 boom. Love. All right, cool. Yeah, man. We're here with Frenchie. Over here with Frenchie. Boom, 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 boom. All right, love, right? And Game said, bro, let's get one. And they just took a picture.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done it.
I don't know, bro. It all depends on what's in that moment, what the energy is.
I'm telling you, and I know Tony, I've spent more time with him than you have at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I had more conversations and everything else like that. Tony would not have done that.
So he'd have told him, nah, I can't take the picture?
Yes. I'm not saying he would have been rude.
Maybe he would have said, you know what, it's all love, but I can't take the picture.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Game might have respected that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have dissed Game or disrespected him or whatever else, because he doesn't talk about Game the way he talks about a Ja Rule. Now, Ja Rule he really hates, and he goes out of his way to disrespect him whenever his name gets brought up. Game is not like that. You know what I'm saying? You can watch all my Tony Yayo interviews, the hours and hours and hours. I've never heard him say anything negative about Game. The history is a history. But
he's saying for the politics of 50, he wouldn't have did it.
Well,
and
right, because 50 changed his life, man.
It all.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I'm trying to see how that would have went.
You think Game would have?
But you know what? I think Game. No, you know what? Game builds off a person's energy. So Yayo's energy might have been a little different from Banks' energy. Bank was in there. It was like 3 people, literally, and he was just like, cool. He was like, he wasn't tits or nothing. But Yayo might have been like a little standoffish, and then it probably would have been a little more room between them. Me knowing Yayo, so the picture probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think Yayo would have gotten close to him. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been in the same vicinity. You know, Yayo may have just left. You know, okay, me and Game are in here. Game is 30 deep. I'm 3 deep. This will probably not work out too well. You know, something, you know, depending on how this works out, I'm out. Not that Yayo's scared, but, you know, I mean, everyone, no one's invincible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're not going to fight 30
you know,
people.
Thinking about it, Yayo probably would have took a different stance.
Exactly. That's my point.
But Yayo also knows that him and Banks is two different people.
Exactly. But look what happened. Ultimately, after Banks took that photo, do you see Banks on tour with 50?
Yeah, it went bad for him.
It went bad for him. It went bad for him. You know? In the same way that, like, Young Buck started to associate with Game and everything else like that.
Young Buck took it upon himself to come out here to
Exactly.
us. He did that. Like, he came out here. Because I was scratching my head like, he popped up at the Lil Wayne Game, My Life video. I'm scratching my head like, he popped up at the studio. I'm like, you know, but Game, you know, he had a heart. He like, nah, he cool, man. You know, just leave it alone. So, but 50 runs his castle the way he wants to run it.
Yeah, I just ran into 50 on a plane a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? We were on the same flight. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't seen him in like 10 years. So, you know, I approached him. I was like, what's good, man? You know, because Tony was joking around how, you know, 50 hates when he does Vlad TV interviews and he hates me and stuff like that. But, you know, off camera, he told me, I'm joking. 50 actually likes you. He likes when I do the interview. So I just approached him. I'm like, yo, 50, what up? He's like, oh, what up? So I heard, you know, Yayo said you hate me. You hate when you do interviews. Like, nah, man, I love, you know, Yayo on your platform. I think it's a good look, you know? And so we laughed it off. And, you know, it was cool to see him again. You know, but yeah, Yayo would have taken that photo. I guarantee you that. He wouldn't have been rude about it. He would have been confrontational about it.
No, thinking about it, it would have probably been a different approach.
Would have been a different approach.
Yayo might have just jumped up and bounced.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think Game would have felt any type of way about not taking the photo either. I think Game understands the implications of it.
Game went off the energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Banks' energy, it was cool. Like, I mean, not only did we take the photo, we stayed in his area for like an hour.
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened with Yayo. It wouldn't have happened.